Your morning news now. At least 10 rockets have struck a military base overnight in western Iraq that hosts American troops. It is not immediately known if there are any casualties or injuries. However, Iraqi officials say right now there are no significant losses. This is the first attack since the U.S. struck militia targets along the Iraq-Syria border last week.
We owe it to the families of those that were killed and injured, as well as the public, to conduct a complete and thorough investigation.
Authorities in Southern California are working to identify victims of a gruesome crash near the Mexican border. A tractor trailer collided with an SUV packed with 25 people. At least 13 of them were killed, including the driver of the SUV. The cause of the crash is still unclear, but Homeland Security says it has initiated a human smuggling investigation. A member of the La Crosse County Board is calling on the city of La Crosse to expand well testing in the town of Campbell. PFAS, the chemical sprayed at the La Crosse airport, has spread to more than 100 private wells, according to tests by the city. But there could be more. The town board has asked the city to test the entire island multiple times, but the city said no. In a letter to the La Crosse Council, Margaret Larson calls the growing list of contaminated wells troubling.
We're dealing with some patchy fog this morning. Patchy being the main word there. Not everybody is seeing it, but if you do encounter that, make sure your low beams are on. You take it easy on the roads, but on top of that, temperatures are below freezing, so with that extra moisture around, there could be some slick spots as well.
President Joe Biden says that by the end of May, the U.S. will have enough coronavirus vaccine doses to immunize every adult in the country. That's at least 2 months ahead of schedule. Meanwhile, states are starting to roll back coronavirus-related restrictions. In Texas, the governor is removing all restrictions and ending the mask mandate 1 week from today. Mississippi is also ending its mask mandate. San Francisco now allows indoor dining, and Chicago is easing restrictions on restaurants and bars. La Crosse County teachers are getting their first shots of the COVID vaccine this Friday and Saturday. But the health department says it doesn't know when child care workers will roll up their sleeves. Both teachers and child care workers are technically eligible to get vaccinated in this current phase, but for now, teachers are being prioritized. The Sparta School District is transitioning into a new instruction model that allows in-person learning for more 7th through 12th grade students. The district says families will be able to decide whether they want their children to continue using the hybrid model, do in-person learning, or opt into Sparta's Virtual Learning Academy. The district is working with families to determine how many students will return to the building, and the model goes into effect on April 7th. A resolution to extend La Crosse's outdoor cafe program heads to the Common Council tonight. The J&A committee approved extending the program until November 12th of this year. Now, it began in July of last year and was extended in November of last year until this month. The program is a way for businesses to have additional seating during COVID restrictions. Special voting deputies are returning to nursing homes in Wisconsin ahead of the April 6th elections. The State Elections Commission voted unanimously yesterday to clear the way after directing clerks not to send deputies in March of last year when the pandemic took hold. Under the new policy, clerks must contact facilities by March 12th to see if deputies will be allowed inside to assist residents with absentee ballots.
Trans kids are just kids and should be able to do the same things that other kids should be able to do.
Transgender athletes from kindergarten through college would be banned from participating in girls' and women's sports in Wisconsin under bills being pushed by Republican lawmakers. The bill's author says transgender girls would play in a third category for mixed genders. Opponents say the proposal violates Title IX of federal education law prohibiting sex discrimination and will likely be vetoed by Democratic Governor Tony Evers. U-Haul is moving on from its plans to put a retail facility at the former Kmart site on La Crosse's south side. Company officials confirmed the news yesterday. It's been a controversial topic. Signs have been removed from the site, which has been empty since 2017. U-Haul was leasing the site but had not purchased the building.
We're seeing a little patchy fog this morning. Once that lifts, it's going to be another mild, very spring-like day. Highs are going to be in the mid-40s.
We want to thank you for sharing your morning with us. We hope you have a great Wednesday. We're going to send you now to CBS This Morning coming up right after this break.